We have a lot of fine ladies here in the studio. We got two right now, man. We've got two authors. I'm really excited about this. Liz Patterson.
Hello.
It's been a while since you've been on the station, right?
Oh, it's been a couple years.
It's been that long.
Halloween.
No.
Yeah.
Was it that long ago?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, too long.
Now, for those who are not familiar with Liz Patterson, she's the author. It's a great book, Bonner's Ferry. God, you've got a whole. How many of these? You've got 5 out.
Yes.
And you're working on 6 right now.
Uh-huh. Chapter 9.
My God, that's unbelievable. How many chapters is it going to end up being? Do you know?
I have no idea.
Do they just flow in your head, and then when you find a conclusion, you kind of know when to?
Well, as soon as I put my pen to the paper, I start thinking.
Amazing.
And it comes out.
I don't know if I asked you this before, but you started out, they were self-published, right?
Yes, and some great news. I had just been offered a contract for Bonner's Ferry from Vigilante Publishing Group out of Arizona.
Congratulations,
I'm so
man.
excited.
Are we hearing it here for the first time, huh?
Oh, my gosh, it's going to be great.
Yes.
So they're going to take, obviously, the current book you're working on, but do they get ownership of the last 5, and do you have to rework those, or will they just take it as is?
No, they're gonna revamp the whole thing.
They are going to revamp
it. Cover, going to go through all the text, make sure everything looks great. They want it to be as best as possible. And they are going to be launching a huge marketing campaign, so I'm really excited about it.
I was just going to say, you must be stoked.
I am.
I mean, local gal here in Lake Tahoe. Little did we know. Are you surprised at how many? I've said this numerous times all the years I've been up here. How much talent there is? Be it obviously painters, photographers, definitely in the world of fiction and non.
Absolutely.
Unbelievable. That's so cool. And you introduced me. This is what I love about it's kind of like comedy. You guys are in a small circle of authors, and it must be even a smaller circle of when you get to find someone who's almost like a sister. Mm-hmm. And you turned me on. You gave me this book. It was called Fire Gal: Rising from the Ashes, and I was intrigued because she was a former firefighter for Clark County in Southern Nevada, and she too is an author. And we've got her right here, Gina Gelbach Hall.
Very good. Yes. Hello.
Wow, now. First, I got to ask you: Were you one of the first female firefighters in that county, or?
Well, kind of, sort of. In Clark County, we had one woman on when I came on, and then 4 of us came on together. So even though I wasn't technically the first, I did come on and was one of the first on like a platoon, so the battalion.
How difficult was that? And what was the impetus for becoming a firefighter? Was it just something you've always wanted to do, or just? No.
Well, my parents have a picture of me at 3 in a pedal car that said fire chief on it. So we kind of laugh about it. It's like something got implanted real early. But no, I was working well, it's a little longer story, but the truth of it is I got into non-emergency transporting. I turned around the company and made a profit for it, which made them mad. So they sent me to emergency medical technician training, and then I transferred over to the ambulances and kind of got the bug and just never looked back.
That is amazing. I got to assume the fellow firefighters treated you with equality, or were there some guys like, this is a man's profession?
Oh, this was
really?
Yeah. No, it had its challenges being one of the first.
Oh, I bet. No. What was the impetus for the book after you? I don't know. Were you writing this while you were still under the employment as a firefighter?
No,
or completely when you left the.
When I left.
Left the field of fire. Oh, okay.
It took about 8 months to write, and the part of the story is I talk about I had to actually file a lawsuit for sexual discrimination, and it took 12 years going through the whole system all the way up to federal court. And I promoted twice during the thing, so I had some success while in the process. So the book is a little bit about my tools that I use to be successful while going through such a stressful situation. And I ended up winning, and yeah, the story for me was really what I wish I had this book when I was going through it. So when I was writing it, I was like, what would I want to tell somebody that is going through any difficult time in their life? So this was not only just about the fire department, but it's about anybody going through difficult times.
Isn't that always the case? It's so real. I mean, where you have to experience that to set to set the stage for somebody else, so they don't have to go through so many hurdles.
Yeah,
firsthand experience.
And no, they're not alone.
See, wow,
You know, I felt
man.
so alone in a lot of this. And so part of my healing was learning that I'm not all that unique. Problems aren't all that unique. We're not creating new problems. We all have the same problems.
Right.
We just come in different packages. And so it was part of my self-growth and my healing that I share in the book, the techniques I used, and actually turned them around to become very empowered in it and have what most would consider, and I consider, a very successful career.
Oh my! Are you going to be turning out more? Obviously, you got the bug for writing.
In fact, I just did my outline for my second book yesterday. It's going to be Fire Gal Lessons from the Fire Line, where I'm going to dive more into what. That's a whole nother program.
Oh, right.
But it's going to be more about what I did, the tools and techniques I used to become empowered, and you can empower yourself.
That's amazing. Now, with any profession, I found out, I'm sure with both of you as well too, that there's always someone who really kind of like takes you under their wing as a mentor or whatnot, and actually does kind of guide you in a really good, positive spiritual direction if need to be. You know,
I thoroughly agree. I think in any business you need to have mentoring and to be successful, and I really think that kind of paves the way for a lot of the struggles and to eliminate a lot of the struggles, to have somebody that's already gone before you to kind of coach you. And then actually in my spiritual growth, I had tons of mentors that even today are good friends that really got me to look at life from a different perspective. And you know, like I like say, you can't do a size up of your life in front of a mirror. We would all done it.
Right.
You need to actually get out there and talk and explore and see other ideas and different things, and through that's where you get your personal growth.
Now, what's your story as far as like is publishing? Is self-published, or did you find
Self-published?
Okay.
Yeah, all self-published. I just never went the route of a publisher and did it all through
Do yourself,
CreateSpace. Yeah, real on your own. You know, I always laugh. Everybody thinks, you know, you write it and they'll buy it, and it's not the field of dreams.
No, it's not.
It's not the field of dreams. You write it, and then you got to really work at selling it. So it's so exciting that Liz has a publisher.
Oh, I know. And I mean, Liz, it's funny because I remember when your husband David would drop a book off. How will you give this a read and whatnot? You know, and then he was amazed at what you were turning out. And rumor has it, in addition to the Bonner's Ferry, that you are going to be turning out like a romance novel.
Maybe.
Really? I hope Dave.
Or maybe a serial killer type book.
I was going to say, which one is David the inspiration for?
He's my inspiration. Doesn't matter what I write.
Now, you've been up here a long, long time, right? Up here at the lake. You've lived here forever,
I've
right?
been here for about 10 years.
Oh, only 10 years? I don't know why it seemed longer.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And was it working in, I don't even know where you worked at. Was it at the casino?
Mm-hmm. That's where I met David.
That's where you met David, your
Yes,
husband? I didn't know
yes,
that.
yeah.
Wow.
Oh, I need to mention, too, that we have a book signing, Gina and I, this weekend.
Yes.
Friday and Saturday.
Where is this book signing?
It's the Recreation Complex on Rufus Allen.
Oh, my God,
Allen
yeah,
Boulevard.
right there on Rufus Allen Boulevard. Okay.
Friday from 4 till
7:30.
7:30.
And Saturday from 10 to 5.
Oh, 2 different days.
Yeah.
So this Friday and Saturday at the Rec Center, Rufus Allen Boulevard. Oh, that's so cool. Now, let me ask both of you this, because I think I know the answer for Liz, just because I see you more frequently than this first time I've met Gina. But do you want to option this to be a screenplay that'll eventually turn into a movie?
Absolutely.
Is that the eventual goal?
Yes.
Because
Yes.
I could easily see where this would be directed by Chris Columbus. I mean, or
Got any contacts?
I have a lot of comic friends that are writing scripts too, trying to get them, the green light, so to speak. Wow, that would be really. So now I got to ask, if you're writing, are you writing with the idea of a movie in your head? You are.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes.
God, the questions just come right out of your mind into mine. This is so cool.
Oh, we need to mention Joanne Connor. She's the host of the Home and Garden Show. She's the one that's hosting us this weekend.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Our city council member,
Yes.
Joanne. Okay, so is she listening in right now?
I hope so.
Yeah. Oh, I wish I would have known. I would have, because we're Facebook friends. That's cool. She put that on.
Yeah.
Will she be doing more of these, like authors, or whatnot?
Well, we did one last year for the 4th of July parade.
Right. Oh, that was a great parade. That was really
Did
cool.
that. And then, she does different events throughout the year.
I love just looking at the two of you. Vastly different mindsets as far as books go, but the avenues are endless. And I was thinking, when Gina, you were telling me about everything you've gone through, you must be somewhat in demand, I would think, or if I were your agent, for like motivational speaking, because this you can plug into pretty much any professional career, and especially for empowering women.
Yeah, I'm available. Please find me at firegalwisdom.com. Yeah, I've trained as a public keynote speaker. So
Really?
yes, I can go out and do speaking. I have done speaking and would love to do more. So again, firegalwisdom.com.
Fire Gal Wisdom. And you have a Facebook page too?
I do. You can go Fire Gal Rising from the Ashes. Just
Okay.
all run together on Facebook, and you can find me.
And Liz, where can we find your
BonnersFerry.com.
Yeah, I know. I was at it, but I just love this. Yeah.
Deb Gaither is also another author that's going to be with us. We all met together in Las Vegas a couple of years ago.
At one of those book fairs
And
they
she
have.
was one
or-
of the very first female cops in Las Vegas.
Really?
Yeah. She's got a very exciting story.
So you must have crossed paths Gina with her, right?
No, we never crossed
You're
paths.
kidding.
Yeah,
No,
isn't it
but we have as authors, so we were trying to get some book signings lined up together, and we just haven't got our schedules. So I'm really excited. I'm seeing her this weekend.
Well, you have both of you obviously have an open invitation to come back. But I don't know how often you're going to be up here again, Gina, from Southern Nevada.
We just set a date.
Will you
got
come
it.
back up?
Yeah,
Because
I'll come back
I'd
up.
love to keep this.
Yeah.
I think it's really, good all the way around. It's some really good energy too with you two, ladies.
It's been a blast.
And it was fun. It's fun having you, and continued success to both of you.
Thank you, Howie.
My God, it's so fun to see people's careers take off, and I'm still here at KRLT 939.
One thing.
Just